Peace, peace, peace. What it is, it's your brother Tyvon Sueno, aka the Orthodox Moor. And real quick, I just wanted to continue this Quran for Christians series and extend it to Israelites and Jews right quick, and touch on a subject that's kind of personal to me. I am a Muslim, however, I'm also partially of North African Jewish descent, by way of Spain and by way of Mexico, etc. From my mother's side. And so it was very important to me to be able to find the name of YHWH in the Quran. And if I couldn't find it there, I wouldn't have been able to accept it. It wouldn't have been consistent. And so I hear a lot of people talk about the fact that, particularly famous Christian apologetics or whatnot, they'll talk about the fact that the name of YHWH is not in the Quran, and that Muhammad is a false prophet because he came in a name that's not the name of God in the Torah, etc., or in the New Testament, etc. And while I can understand that to some extent, I think people are coming to that assumption because they're not doing a full, thorough study on the matter. So just to clear that up, I'm going to hopefully quickly just run through a couple of things and try to clarify this concept of is Yahweh or YHWH in the Quran. And so without further ado, real quick, here we have the name of God in the Bible, Exodus 6:3. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God Almighty, but by my name, it says there Jehovah in English. We know there's no J in the Hebrew. YHWH, was I not known to them. Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord, YHWH thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Exodus 23. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So we see that it's established that YHWH is the name of God. It's the name of God. I'm going to do another video after this explaining how Allah is a title for the God in the Quran and in the Bible. But this video, I'm going to be focusing on the name of God. Not the title, but the name of God. So going further, we see that YHWH or Jehovah or Yehova in the concordance breaks down the meaning of the name to be the self-existent or eternal. Specifies it's the national name of God or the Lord. It specifies it also comes from a base word meaning haya, meaning to exist, i.e. Be or become, etc. And so both of these names are actually used. So a lot of people are familiar with this name here, Haya, or this word here, in relation to another name of God in the Bible, which is stipulated in Exodus 3, where Moses is talking to God. Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? Exodus 3:14. And God said unto Moses, I am Haya, that I am Haya. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am Haya, has sent me unto you. So this is the base form of YHWH, which is also used as the name of God. I can also point out Yah, etc. But these are two forms that I really wanted to focus on, because these are forms that are said both in the Old and New Testament. For sake of time, I'm not getting into the New Testament. I will get into the New Testament where Jesus says this saying here on a whole nother video where I break down where he does not declare to be God the Father, etc. But yeah, I'm leaving that out, bringing up the New Testament, etc. Just everyone knows that Jesus says the same thing here. But you get the Hebrew understanding there, right here. There it said it. Most people understand it in Greek unless you read Sheet, etc. Whatnot. But yeah, YHWH in the Quran as the name of God. A lot of Muslims don't even know what I'm about to show you here, in the sense that YHWH is specifically in the Quran. And not only is it in the Quran, there is a Shahada said to YHWH. And also another attribute. So there's two triune Shahadas in the Quran. And there's also a singular Shahada to YHWH, but I'm going to break this down here. It says in Surah 2, Ayat 255, Allah, this is actually the most famous ayat in the Quran. Most Muslims know this one by heart. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer of all existence. Now the drowsiness overtakes him, or sleep. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth. Who is it that can intercede with Him except by His permission? He knows what is presently before them and what will be after them. And they encompass not a thing of His knowledge except for what He wills. His mercy extends over the heavens and the earth, and their preservation tires Him not. And He is the Most High, the Most Great. And it says there, in this highlighted portion, Him the ever-living. So this is the Arabic word by word. You can double check on qurancorpus.com or whatever other source you like. And it specifies Him the ever-living, Yahweh el-Hayyu. And so you'll see this name in two different ways. You'll see it with just the ever-living, or you'll see it when it's done in the Shahada form, to where it's He the ever-living. And when it's He the ever-living, it's interesting because the way it's formatted is you have, and when you take away the vowels or whatnot, you have YHWH. He the ever-living. And if you take away the L, obviously, it just becomes He lives. He lives. So, but there's YHWH. It's just backwards. It's just backwards. And if you notice, this word Hayyu sounds an awful lot like Haya, the base word for YHWH. But moving forward, Surah 3, Ayah 2, it says it one more time. Allah, there is no deity except Him, the ever-living, the sustainer of existence. La ilaha illa huwa al-hayyu al-qayyum. Again, a triune Shahada. And I will definitely go into that concept. I did a video on Trinity versus Trinity. I'll put that down below as well. But there is a triune Shahada within the Quran, and one aspect of the triune Shahada is Him or He, the ever-living, Yahweh el-Hayyu. And again, in the word by word, you can see that when you take out the vowels, it becomes YHWH. He lives, but it's backwards. YHWH backwards. And again, the same base is Hayyu. Same as Haya. Moving forward. Now this one gets real interesting because this one just is a straight Shahada to Yahweh el-Hayyu. This is the one that stood out to me the most. Coming from the background that I come from. He is the ever-living. There is no deity except Him. So call upon Him, sincere to Him in religion. Then it goes on to say, all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. And I'll break down in my video about the title of the God being in the Quran and the Bible, where the equivalence of YHWH and Allah is made in the Bible as well. However, here I'm just sticking on the name of YHWH being in the Quran. And again, it starts off by saying, Huwa el-Hayyu, la ilaha illa huwa. That's a real particular one. Like, so you have the la ilaha, but it doesn't say illallah. It says illa huwa. Okay. So again, Huwa el-Hayyu. He is the ever-living. He the ever-living. YHWH backwards. There is no deity except Him. Most Muslims don't even know that that's there. They might know this name, Huwa el-Hayyu, or they might know this name al-Hayyu, right? And they're like, yeah, that they'll try to say that this is is the meaning of YHWH. Therefore, you should accept it as YHWH, right? And I can understand that. But what a lot of them don't really understand is YHWH is literally there in the verse. Literally there. Moving forward. Now we're going to deal with just Haya in the Quran as the name of God. So I heard a prominent Christian apologist talk about the fact that whoever wrote Surah 20 wrote it in an ill fashion, because there's quite a bit of mention of Moses in the Surah and whatnot. And he was talking about Moses using the name of Allah instead of the proper name of God, the YHWH. Which I will show in another video where Moses actually in Deuteronomy 32 does use the name of Allah in Hebrew. But again, it's a title. And you'll see the difference. But in the Quran, it says the same concept, because he is told when he asks God, who shall I say sent me? He says, well, I am that I am. Tell them that I am sent you. So look what it says here. In Surah 20, ayat 111. All faces will be humbled before the ever-living, the sustainer of existence, and he will have failed who carries injustice. So it literally says the same concept, like the I am that I am concept, right? In the I am concept, when it says like the I am has sent you, it basically says, and all faces will be humbled before the I am, the sustainer of existence, and he will have failed who carries injustice. So not only do we have the YHWH concept, we have the I am concept as well in the Quran. And just for reiteration, it says this again in Surah 25, which is a really profound surah. It's a surah called Criterion, or Al-Furqan, which is a very important concept within Islam. It's a statute concept. It's a concept of a statute book. And so in the Quran itself is considered a criterion, along with the Torah. However, most Muslims will hold the Quran over the Torah and whatnot. In that concept of criterion, there is a chapter on criterion. And in that chapter it says, and rely upon the ever-living who does not die, and exalt with his praise. That where it says Allah in brackets, it's not there. That's why I'm not saying it. And I'm reading it like this so y'all can understand something. It says, and rely upon the ever-living who does not die, and exalt with his praise, and sufficient is he to be with the sins of his servants acquainted. So it says exalt with his praise. Now it sounds kind of funny in English, and it would be more proper in English to stipulate, and exalt him with praise. And exalt him with praise. But you can see here in the word by word, and you can see whatever makes sense to you, and put your trust in the ever-living, and glorify with his praise. And glorify with his praise. So all faces will be humbled before the I am. And it says, rely upon the I am who does not die, and exalt him with praise. In the surah of criterion, within the criterion. That's a real big thing to understand. That's a real big thing to understand. So I'm going to wrap it up and just be real clear about this. Try to keep this short, simple, and sweet. There is a shahada to YHWH 3 times in the Quran. There is a lone shahada to YHWH within the Quran. It specifies, in terms of the I am, that faces will humble before the I am in the Quran, before Haya in the Quran. And it says to rely upon Haya, upon the I am, and praise him in the Quran. And I just want to be clear, if those weren't there, I couldn't really hold the Quran because it wouldn't be consistent. And so for my Christian brothers and my Jewish brothers and my Israelite brothers out there, I'm not asking you to accept the Quran. No way, shape, or form. That's not the purpose of this in any way, shape, or form. The purpose of this is to let you know what's actually in it. and maybe to gain some understandings, some better understanding of what's in your own literature and what Muslims or what's in the Quran, not what Muslims actually believe, because a lot of different Muslims believe different things, but there are Muslims who believe what I'm saying. And so with that, I say peace and love. I hope that something from this was beneficial to you. Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick. Shalom to the chat. Let me see if I got any questions. Doing well. I hope y'all are doing well out there. With that, I'm going to end this video. Not too long. Y'all have a good one. Well, how about this? If I drop the link in the chat, y'all want to have a conversation about this or no? Nah, my last comment was a minute ago. Okay, never mind. But with that, I say peace and love. Y'all have a good one.